Captain of the Castellan. I was about to go in the shop and show you a few things. But some guy gave me a better idea. I'm going to talk about that. You know what you got to do now, right? You got to watch. Hey, as I sit outside the shop, it's a nice day. It's November. Turkey Day is about 4 days away. And I got to hang out. I can't be in there doing anything really strenuous. Tomorrow they're going to go in and work on a carburetor. What they're going to do to the carburetor, I don't know. I don't ask the mechanic, hey, what you going to do when he opens up the hood? So I don't ask these doctors, hey, what you going to do when you open up the hood? But that's tomorrow. I ain't worried about it. You circle the drain a couple of times, it's all right. I got to tell you, I started off to tell you, you've seen my shop. It's a freaking disaster. But, you know, I get my art out of there. I get off out of there. It's the thing I like to do and I love to do. It all happens in there. That's right. But that's my little 12 by 24 shop. And I got a little metal building out back. I like it, but you know what? I'd like to see yours. Yeah, that's the deal. I want to see yours. I'm sitting there with a pendant one you guys made for me. It's got my Air Force logo on it. It's got pictures of the 10 guys that went to Okinawa with me. A really nice gift somebody sent me. Really nice. I wish I could remember your name. But hey, if my name wasn't on my underwear, I couldn't remember my name. But I'm sitting outside the shop with a sketch pad. And WHS, he's one of our members. In fact, WHS, you don't really know it now, but you're a member of the, got to do this right, you're a member of the advisory team. Advisory team. Yeah, you come up with ideas like this, we're going to put you on payroll. Doesn't pay much, but it's all right. But WHS said, hey Eddie, you want an idea? What do I ever? Why don't you ask the guys to show you their shops? Huh. Well, when I do that, we'll go ahead and look here at what I've got already. I mean, I got a couple of pictures here of when I went on a teaching trip. I went to Washington, D.C. and beyond. And for me, that's a trip. But I went up there and I taught in a workshop that belonged to one club. And I apologize, I can't remember your name. Then I went and worked for another club, I think Virginia this time, and I taught a couple of classes. Now this was the workshops I was in. Look at this thing. I mean, this is gorgeous. All right? And then I got to look at what my buddy Ronnie's got. He's got a car-and-a-half garage, and he's got it modified into a wood-turning studio, wood-turning shop. But he's got his layout and how he wants things. He's very particular and how he wants things laid out and how it works, and near the door so he can see outside and get the breeze and get the hot air. Hey, he lives with it. Then we went over to Dale, another friend, and he's got a little shop that is a converted garage, all again, this time completely sealed, and he's got air control, dust control, sound control. These are an attack dog. But all this because this is what he ended up with. Then another friend, oh, you're going to love this. This is a really good buddy. Johnny has got a place way up in the country. Well, for me, way up in the country. And he's got a shop that is more than a shop. Well, how many wood-turning shops, you know, if you got 2 gantry cranes in them? Yeah, okay, and a studio attached for showing off your work, and a lumberyard out back, almost a lumberyard, out back for cutting wood and getting things ready. Yeah, you see, he took it to another degree. But I look at where I've been with other folks, and oh wait, at the shop, I got a picture here. Here's Johnny with Mark Soleil on one side, Johnny in the middle, and Ronnie on the other side, all getting tips on how to slice wood. I use the term slicing woods. A lot of guys say, well, what is that? Is that different than wood turning? No, that really is wood turning. You go to the lathe and you spin the wood in front of you, or you spin a cutter in front of you and you turn it and you slice it. Yeah, you can go gouge it out, you can plow it out, you can push it out, you can tear it out. Those are all nice things, but if you go in and slice it out, you'll get a better job. You really will. And you become a finer artist. Your work will require less sanding, look cleaner, sharper lines and all. One of the things we're working here at Worldwide Wood Turners is to show you how that works. Now, I've worked it out, and I got to show you this. We're going to bring the lathe down to 1 RPM. 1 RPM. That means my wife is going to probably stand and turn that little knob until we're 1 RPM. And that's not very quick. Why? Because if I can slow that machine down and get up close enough on that cutter, I can show you exactly what I'm talking about. You see, oh, you can't see. I got to show you. That you see and you know, all this. Those are wasted words. If you can understand how that blade cuts that wood and how it slices it out the way, you'll realize that there's some things like, I want to rant right now about negative rake scrapers. There's no such thing as a negative rake scraper. It's how you present it that makes it positive and negative. Don't get me started on this other thing where these people all come out with a new gadget and gizmo, and you got to have one to do the left-hand doohickey and the right-hand whatchamacallit. No, let's not go there. We're going to go where you are. You've got your basic equipment at the shop, and you've got a way to sharpen it. You've got a grinder, a belt sander, a pad, a Tormek. You got one of these machines. You've got something like this, and you're going to sharpen your tools. Worldwide Wood Turners want to take you down that road and show you. And I'm not going to say this one you got to have because you should have had that one, or you need this one, or you need to buy this, or that's what I can't live with. Nope, we're going to kind of talk about what you have and what you live with. Now, to know more about that, I need to know more about you. So here's the deal. You're already aware that we collect photographs. And we use the photographs from you for our newsletter, in stories and features. Everywhere we use your newsletter or your photograph. Why? You're the best wood turner I know. That's right. And you've got a trick or a tip or a hint or a way to lay it out. And I get all these things over the telephone. That's what WHS called me the other day. He said, you know, you're doing such and such and you're missing such and such and how you do this and maybe you need to reconsider that. He's right on the money. From a simple plywood or masonite pattern I have for setting up my grinder when I used to have a carbon steel wheels, I moved on from that, but I still have that grinder, and it still has to be set the right way if I want to sharpen my skew or my gouge or my roughing gouge on it. So that little template saves me a lot of aggravation and keeps me from too much metal on the floor. That's an important part. Anything that hits the floor, don't hit the wood. Or doesn't hit the wood, pardon me. But if I knew what you're working with, and we could share this with everybody in the world, then we'll all learn. So, Bob, you work out of a 2-car garage that has to have 2 cars sleeping in it overnight, and you've got a workbench in there and a lathe, and you move them in and you move them out from the wall so you can work on them, and then your dust control is a vacuum cleaner or an exhaust fan going through the door. Ken, I think you're in an old shed out back. It's just as raggedy as my metal shop out there. And you're making do with what you have. It's got a plywood floor in it, and I had to put stiffeners on it. You had to put stiffeners on it, or double the floor where you put the lathe so it doesn't bounce. That's interesting. But Tom has got us all beat. He's got a metal building on a concrete slab. And he's out there with that. Except it gets cold and it gets hot. And he's got some changes for that. Do you see where I'm going? We're all doing the same thing. We're all going out turning wood using traditional tools or carbides or anything else, and we're just turning wood, but we're doing it in our own way. That's where worldwide wood turners came from. You see, whatever we do, you can do. Whatever you can do, I can do. Damn well I might be able to do it better. But we're going to find out. So show me what you've got. Show me your shop. I won't give up your address. I won't send the tool thieves or the mooches over there. No, I want to send wood turners. I want to show them what you've made, what you've built, how your benches are set up, how you've got your lathe done. If you've got a bench, I got a friend of mine, Ralph, that's got a bench under his lathe, built into his lathe for storing tools. That is a work of art and freaking furniture at the same time. Why? Ralph thought about it, and he came up with this thing. So you can get this together and make it work. You really can. You're devising. You're very, very creative. I mean, look what you do. You do wood turning, okay? But you've made changes. Show me your changes. Email me photographs of your shop. I'll put your name up if you wish. If you don't, just put anonymous. If you can't spell put anonymous, just put no name. But send me a picture of your shop, and I will put it on our videos. I'll put it in our newsletters, and when we do get it working right, we'll put it on the website. It's not about showing off what you have. It's just showing what you have. Where do you send them? Send them to the email address only. worldwidewoodturners@gmail.com. That's worldwidewoodturners@gmail.com. Hope I did it right. Maybe it goes the other way. I'm trying to look at it in the mirror. Okay. All right, but you got the address. That's the one that's got to come to. Don't text me. Don't instant message me or anything else, because I can only work from photographs that come from worldwidewoodturners@gmail.com. All right. Now, I got a project, and I need your help. I have a judge. I don't have the judge. Nobody's got this judge. This guy's a ruler. He's been there forever, and he's retiring. And somebody asked me to make him a gavel, a very ornamented gavel, very nice. And I'm going to do some work on the rose engine to make it work and give it some decoration and all. But they said, we also need a sounding block. The gavel I think I can find. I don't know jack about a sounding block. They tell me that there's some secret, and I asked on Facebook about making a sounding block that would sound better. Got some ideas. Listen to the ideas, the 3 points and a little, but I need to know if you've done one and if you got a photograph of one. The gavel, the block, the whole thing, something special I'm doing for somebody who is pretty darn special. So I'd like to get your help on that. Yeah, that's a project. I'm out in the shop this morning and I found something the other day. I'm not supposed to be working out here, so I was just looking around. I found my church key. My church key. My daddy gave it to us when I was 18 years old and told me don't get in trouble. That's right. He gave it to me when I was 18 and told me don't get in trouble. Because he knew I was going to go get a beer. And he knew I was going to be out. He just wanted to help me out and keep me straight. That's what dads do. Well, I found that out here this morning. I'm trying to figure out how to make a mount or something to put it on. It's something I'll always remember. That was 50 years ago or more. Easy. Yeah. But it's something I want to remember. Because it's when people make moves in your life and make impact on your life that you begin to appreciate who they are and what they did. Yep. And this week I heard that we lost Ralph Babin. Ralph Babin was a world-class wood turner. Yep, world-class wood turner. He lived in the Bayou country, well, in Thibodeau area. That's the Bayou country. He was a great wood turner. Fantastic. He was an artist in his own. 79 years old and just getting started. But he was great. And there was not a day in the world where I didn't see Ralph with a smile on his face. Always had a smile. Always had a cheer in his heart. He was always there for us, sharing. We lost Ralph. That's right. We lost him. He's probably up at a really nice lathe having a good time right now. I sure hope he is. Well, there you have it. Went over my notes, quick notes. Oh, by the way, I'm still waiting for your photographs of work you've completed because you are one of the best woodturners in the world. I really believe that. And I like to show your work on this program. I really do believe that. And I want to see your shop. So get out and take some pictures. Or if you can shoot a video, that's even better. And we all have these things, right? I got to live with mine. That's how my business operates. But if you can do a video and mail me a video, email me a video, send it to me, we might be able to work with that. But we're doing anything we can to share what you have with you and the other you. So if you got that, let's do it. I want to do the shop thing. I'm working on the gavel. I showed you where I've been. I'm talking about a tool rest overhaul. Yeah, I got a bad bruise on one hand, a bad pop on the other hand, and it came from moving the tool rest the other day, and well, you know how it happens, and it hurts. I wasn't really happy about it. But some things like that I can share with you, because I learned a little something, and the fix cost me almost 7 cents. Yep, it was that simple. Because you got to think about what happens and don't let it happen. I'm going to share it with you real soon when we get together again, right here on WorldWideWoodTurners.com. I'm Captain Eddie Castellanix coming in today. Be sure you close the game on your way out.